Over the years, he got all of my emails, or many of my emails. Hey, Chris, I got Media Options. Help companies to acquire the raw version of the brand. Broker in some of the best domain names on the planet. Check that out at MediaOptions.com. MediaOptions.com. Check out ChrisZuiker.com. I do a daily podcast. Check out DNX.com. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out all of our good stuff, Domain Sherpa. Anyways, I saw this tweet today on Twitter, okay? I can't find it. I was scrolling through it, I saw it, and I was like, this is gonna be a great video today. Because it just encapsulates email security. So this person had a personal email address, and he said he had like an extra like letter or digit in there that most people missed. And so because of that, emails actually go to somebody else. And over the years, he said his credit applications went over there, his like resume, like photos of weddings, like all this personal information went to this other person. And this other person, being such a nice individual, forwarded it over to him and said, hey, congratulations, nice job, this and that. Said he got the emails. And it's like, wow, like what? I know there's so many good lessons here, okay? I mean, I talk about the 7 dimensions to how and why domain names are important, okay? The impact that a domain has to your brand. And one of those dimensions is email security. Email security, this truly encapsulates it, right? It's like one letter off, okay? Maybe it was like his middle initial, I don't know. They didn't say. Maybe it was a number, I don't know. But it was something like, it was like one thing, okay? It was like one letter. And somebody else got all his emails, like all this sensitive information. And we see that happen a lot in companies. When you have a try or a my or a get, or especially if you're the .co, listen, I don't mind selling .cos, but, and I think brands should acquire the .co, especially if you own the .com, but I wouldn't recommend necessarily branding on the .co because of the massive email security issues that you have. And there's a lot of emails that go from the .co or go to the .com. I mean, we just see it all over the board. Like there's one domain I was broken once, it was a I want to say maybe .io.co. I know that it was a 4-letter domain name. And I mean, we had venture capital like from like the top VCs in the world, IBM, Google, emailing this company, and they had no idea because they were emailing one person and that one person was on the .com. Okay. Email security is very important. Now, 2 lessons here, okay? 2 lessons. Number 1 is just email security. Like you have to, like part of your domain strategy is to make sure that you get your communications, to make sure that you get your emails, right? I mean, in this world we live in today with so many scams, right? So many hacks, so much craziness, like don't create that confusion. Make sure that you're getting your communications. Make sure that you're getting your personal information. The last thing you want to do is let somebody else get that, okay? And like, it's just such an easy fix. The second key point, okay, and I think it's probably equally as important is like, what's the pain you're willing to live with, right? And at what point does that pain become so unbearable that you take action? In this case right here, it's not, this person's is just comfortable with the pain. Like they're like, hey, it's happened over the years. I'm good with it. I know this other guy, he's a cool guy. He's going to forward my emails that I get. But in the back of his mind, he's probably thinking, man, what emails did this guy get this week, right? What emails did I not get? Hey, make sure you put this in your email, right? All this extra like communication and effort and time is money, right? In one sense, right? You have to say to, hey, go over here, don't go over there, right? But you're willing to live with your pain. It's like you're willing to live with it. And there comes a point when most companies aren't willing to live with it because they realize, wow, we've got a major issue. Maybe that's something bad happens, and or maybe it's like they realize their investors are sending something over to this other company and saying, hey, why aren't you answering me? Like, I'm looking for my numbers. I've got a board meeting. What's going on? And you're like, I didn't get it. Like, yeah, you didn't get it because you didn't buy your .com. You didn't buy your domain name, right? What's this pain that you're willing to live with? And do you have to live with it? In this case, like, at some point, like if you have this issue, just change your email. Like there's so many options today. Okay. I mean, buy a domain name, have it set up in 2 minutes, forward it over, get people used to that. But, what pain you're willing to live with. And it's not until you cross that threshold of that pain that you see that you have a problem, and that's what happens a lot of times. Founders, companies, they're just like, we're okay, we'll live with it. And then they get that one email from their private equity, their venture capital. They get their email from their investors, from who knows what, their accountant, saying, hey, we got a problem. I sent you email over here. This other person has your sensitive information. What do we do? Right? not much you can do at that point because it's an email address and you send it to the wrong place. So, okay, there's two thoughts. Email security is super important, and what's the level of pain you want to live with? And just consider the possibility that you don't have to live with that pain. Like there's options out there, especially if your .com domain name is available, go out and acquire it. Take it down. Like don't mess around. I mean, great domains, they sell. If there's an opportunity, really look at the ROI. Reach out to me. I can help you look at the different ways to look at that from a logical standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, from the 7 dimensions. Share this puppy up if you found value in this video.